One day, Frog and Toad went for a long walk. They walked across a large meadow. The sun was shining and the birds were singing. Frog and Toad walked through the woods. And they walked along the river. At last, they went back to Toad's house.
Oh, bother! Not only do my feet hurt, but I've lost one of the buttons on my jacket.
Don't worry. We'll go back to all the places we walked. We'll soon find your button.
They walked back to the large meadow. And and they began to look for the button in the tall grass.
Here is your button.
No, that's not my button. That button is black. My button was multicoloured.
Toad put the black button in his pocket. Just then, a robin flew down.
Excuse me, did you lose a button? I found one.
No, that's not my button. That button has 2 holes. My button had 4 holes.
Toad put the button with the 2 holes in his pocket. They went back to the woods and they looked on the dark paths.
Here's your button.
That's not my button. That button's small and my button was big.
Toad put the small button in his pocket. All of a sudden, a badger came out from behind a tree.
I heard that you were looking for a button. Here's one that I just found.
That's not my button. That button's square. My button was round.
Toad put the square button in his pocket. Frog and Toad went back to the river and they looked for the button in the mud.
Here's your button.
That's not my button. That button's thin. My button was thick.
Toad put the thin button in his pocket. He was very angry. He jumped up and down and he screamed,
The whole world is covered in buttons, and not one of them is mine!
Toad ran home and he slammed the door. There on the floor he saw his multicoloured, 4-holed, big, round, thick button.
Oh dear, it was here all the time. What a lot of trouble I've made for Frog.
buttons out of his pocket. He took his sewing box down from the shelf and he sewed the buttons all over his jacket. The next day, Toad gave his jacket to Frog. Frog thought it was beautiful. He put it on and he jumped for joy. And none of the buttons fell off, because Toad had sewed them on so very well.
Frog and Toad, happy to be together. Frog and Toad, all the summer long. Frog and Toad, being good friends forever.